Welcome to our channel. Today, we're diving into an intriguing question. Why do Asian students consistently outperform their Western counterparts in math? Is it something in the water? A secret stash of cosmic rays? Or perhaps a hidden formula in their daily routines? Well, not quite. In many Asian cultures, education is highly valued. There's a deep-rooted belief in the importance of hard work and perseverance, often summed up in the concept of grit. This cultural mindset instills a strong work ethic in students from a young age. In many Asian societies, academic success is seen as a path to a better future. This cultural emphasis on education drives students to dedicate significant time and effort to their studies, particularly in subjects like math. This emphasis on academic achievement starts early, with parents instilling a love for learning from a young age. They create a nurturing environment for intellectual growth. Think bedtime stories about Pythagoras instead of Cinderella. Imagine growing up with tales of mathematical adventures. Okay, maybe not literally, but you get the idea. The focus is on making learning an integral part of life. So, while genetics might not be the answer, the cultural emphasis on education certainly sets the stage for some serious math skills. It's a combination of dedication, support, and a community that values knowledge. Let's take a look at some numbers. According to international assessments like PISA, students from countries like China, Singapore, and South Korea consistently score higher in math than their Western peers. Why is that? One key factor is study habits. Asian students often spend more time on homework and additional practice compared to their Western counterparts. They also tend to start learning math at an earlier age and cover more advanced topics by the time they reach high school. The rigorous curriculum in many Asian countries ensures that students build a strong foundation in math. Frequent testing and exams also help students stay focused and motivated. This approach has its merits. Rote learning, while sometimes criticized in the West, can be super effective for mastering foundational concepts. It's like building a rocket. You need to know the basics of physics before you can even dream of reaching for the stars. Of course, there are downsides too. The intense pressure can be overwhelming for some students, and the emphasis on memorization sometimes overshadows critical thinking and creativity. Now let's talk about those legendary tiger moms. You know, the ones who push their kids to excel, sometimes with an iron fist, and maybe a math textbook or two. But stereotypes aside, Asian parents often play a very active role in their children's education. It's not just about the pressure, it's about support, encouragement, and a whole lot of dedication. Think hours spent going over homework, enrolling kids in extra tutoring, and maybe even brushing up on their own algebra skills. Talk about parental commitment. And let's not forget about the students themselves. Asian students are often known for their incredible work ethic and discipline. They put in the hours, study diligently, and aren't afraid to ask for help when they need it. But here's the thing, it's not just about external factors like education systems and parental expectations. While these elements do play a significant role, they are not the whole story. A lot of it comes down to mindset. The way we perceive our own abilities can make a world of difference. Believe it or not, our brains are pretty amazing and they respond to what we tell them. The power of self-talk and internal dialogue cannot be underestimated. If we believe we can't do math, guess what? We probably won't. This negative belief can become a self-fulfilling prophecy. But if we approach it with a growth mindset, believing that our abilities can be developed through hard work and perseverance, well, that's when the magic happens. This shift in perspective can open up new possibilities. And guess what? This isn't just a theory. Studies have shown that Asian students tend to have a more growth-oriented mindset when it comes to math, believing that effort trumps innate ability. This belief system encourages persistence and resilience. It's like training for a marathon. You don't just wake up one day and run 26.2 miles. It requires a consistent and dedicated effort. It takes dedication, practice, and a belief in your own potential. With the right mindset, the seemingly impossible becomes achievable. Should kids learn by rote or learn to think? Now let's address the elephant in the room, the whole rote learning versus critical thinking debate. Western education often criticizes Asian systems for being too focused on memorization and not enough on creativity and problem solving. In Western countries, there's often a greater emphasis on understanding concepts rather than memorization. While this approach fosters critical thinking, it can sometimes lead to gaps in fundamental math skills. And hey, there's some truth to that. Rote learning without understanding is like memorizing a star chart without ever looking up at the night sky. You're missing out on the bigger picture. But here's the thing, it's not an either-or situation. Both approaches have their strengths, and the ideal approach probably lies somewhere in the middle. It's about finding a balance between mastering fundamental skills and fostering creativity and critical thinking. In contrast, Western educational systems often emphasize a more holistic approach to learning. While this approach has its merits, it sometimes means less emphasis on rote learning and disciplined study habits, which are crucial for mastering math. So, where does this leave Western education? How can it evolve to meet the demands of a rapidly changing world? Well, it's not about copying the Asian model, it's about finding a balance. Educational systems also play a significant role. In many Asian countries, teachers are highly respected and receive extensive training. Class sizes are larger, but teachers use effective methods to keep students engaged and ensure they grasp the material. In Western countries, smaller class sizes and interactive teaching methods aim to provide a more personalized learning experience. However, this can sometimes mean less focus on repetitive practice, which is essential for mastering math. Let's face it, not everyone's going to grow up to be a mathematician, but math is everywhere. It's a vital skill for everyday life. It's in the music we listen to, the games we play, and the technology we use every day. By integrating these elements, we can make math more accessible and enjoyable for all students. Here's the thing. Education isn't just about math scores. It's about nurturing well-rounded individuals who are prepared to tackle the challenges of the 21st century. We need thinkers, problem solvers, communicators, and collaborators. We need people who are adaptable, resilient, and empathetic. In short, we need more than just human calculators. So, let's not get so caught up in the math race that we forget about the bigger picture. Let's celebrate the unique strengths of different educational approaches and work towards creating a world where all students have the opportunity to reach their full potential. Now more than ever, math and science literacy are crucial. We live in a world driven by technology, data, and innovation. To thrive in this rapidly evolving landscape, students need a strong foundation in STEM fields. But it's not just about crunching numbers or memorizing formulas, it's about developing critical thinking skills, problem-solving abilities, and a thirst for knowledge that will serve them well throughout their lives. Whether they become scientists, engineers, entrepreneurs, or artists, the ability to think critically, analyze information, and adapt to change will be invaluable. Psychological and cognitive aspects also come into play. Research suggests that the growth mindset, prevalent in many Asian cultures, encourages students to see challenges as opportunities to improve. This mindset can lead to greater perseverance and resilience in subjects like math. So, there you have it, the reasons why Asian students outperform Westerners in math are multifaceted. Cultural values, rigorous educational systems, disciplined study habits, and psychological factors all contribute to this phenomenon. But one thing's for sure, learning from each other is key. By understanding these differences, we can learn from each other and improve education for all, fostering a love for learning and equipping students with the skills they need to succeed in a rapidly changing world. We can help them reach for the stars. And who knows, maybe one day we'll have astronauts from all over the world exploring the cosmos together, united by their shared love for knowledge and discovery. Now, wouldn't that be something? Thank you for joining us on this journey. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more fascinating explorations.